welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel and have never seen my face before, I am Karis, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video we're gonna be talking about changes, how to deal with change, you know, what happens in change, how to deal with the feeling of uncomfortableness in change. Like, change is a scary thing. Change can feel scary. Change can be like a new feeling, and it can almost feel like you don't want to change. Like, sometimes you don't want to change. Like, I know for me, like, I always don't want to change. Like, always I don't want to change sometimes. Like, you know, when you're just so comfortable doing something, it's like, oh, I should change, but I don't want to change because I'm so comfortable. But you don't want to admit to yourself because, you know, you don't admit to yourself because then it sounds kind of bad. Yeah, sometimes that's how I be feeling. Like, sometimes I feel like I know I should change X, but I feel comfortable with doing X. Like, you know what I'm saying? That makes sense. And I'm in a time in my life, I'm in my 20s. I literally say it in every video I make, guys. Y'all gonna get sick of me. Y'all gonna get sick of me. But I'm in my 20s, you guys, and I don't know what it is, but I just been going through so much change. Like, I can't explain, like, change mentally, change physically, I mean, just change emotionally. I've been going through so many changes, and I've been wanting to change myself, wanting to be a better person than I already am, because I feel like you can never stop, like, changing your mindset. You can never start changing to better yourself, and it's really challenging to better yourself, to change yourself for the better. It's a really challenging thing because you try so hard, but then sometimes you still have setbacks, and it's like, oh, I want to stay in this setback. Like, I don't want to move forward because it's hard for me to overcome this, like, little bump in the road to changing myself. But it's like such a beautiful transformation, and I have been going through just so many changes in my life, and it's been scary, it's been hard, it's been emotional. Like, if y'all know me personally, you know I'm an emotional person. Like, I cry all the time. Well, not all the time, but I cry when I'm sad. And changing yourself, like, trying to change yourself for the better and self-development can be hard because you don't know, like, you don't know that side of yourself. Like, you don't know how to stop overreacting sometimes. You don't know how to, you know, stop taking things so personally. Like, you doing that, you trying to stop doing that is change, and it's kind of scary. It can kind of feel uncomfortable at times because it feels like, you know, sometimes it feels like you're suppressing your emotion because you can't, like, do things that you normally do. But it's like, it's not that you're suppressing your emotion, you're just being better with your emotion, if that makes sense. So yeah, guys, I don't know, it was on my heart to make a video about change, you know, because I'm going through so much change, and I know everybody's going through a lot of change, you know, everybody likes change. It could be in small ways and big ways, and I feel like it's good to know how to deal with change, because a lot of people feel like change is bad, and change is not bad. Change is very good. I feel like no matter if it's a positive change or a negative change, it is good because it makes you stronger. It makes you look at things differently. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like in life, everything that you go through in life is for a reason. And it's never just because. It's never just because. Like, everything you do is for a reason. Every choice you make is for a reason. It's never just because, oh, I just made this choice just because. No, it's always for a reason. It always has like a big, what am I trying to say? It always has a big impact in your life, no matter what you do. Even if it's just you going to the gym today, or decide not to go to the gym today, that has a big impact on your life. You know what I'm saying? As small as it seems, as little as it seems, you know, it can have a big impact on your life, you know? So enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get to our first topic. Alright, so I got my phone, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm going my notes because, y'all, I wrote a lot. Not gonna cap, I wrote a lot of stuff up here. So the first step or tip, whatever you want to say, is to change your mindset. And this is a big one because change, everybody, like, when people say change, they think of glow ups. Okay, when people say personal change, like, I'm changing personally, or like, oh, I want to be a better me. Like, when I want to be a better me, oh, I'm doing self-development, they think glow up. They think, oh, new wig, haircuts, new skincare routine, new daily routine, all of this. But what people forget to add, and I feel like isn't talked about enough, is changing your mindset. Like, I don't know what it is, but you can change. From my experience, you can change the outside all you want to do. You can get the new hair, you can get new clothes, you can get a new skin line, skin routine line. You can get new perfumes, new lotions, all of that to change the exterior. but you will see that you still feel like sad, you still feeling angry, you still feeling bothered because your mental has not changed. Your mental has to change. I feel like your mental has to change before anything else can change. You know, it's not about, you know, who you are on the outside. It's about who you are on the inside. And I feel like the best change that you can have personally is from the inside to the outside. Because again, you just changing the color, like changing your clothes, changing your hair, all this, and you're still that like dead person inside. Not that you're dead, but like as an example, that dead person inside, you're still gonna feel dead. You're not gonna feel good because you have clothes on. Like, yeah, you'll probably feel good for the moment, but deep down inside when you get home and you're in your bed watching TV, you feel terrible because it's just like, you know, just like why am I feeling this way? And I change how I dress, and I change my hair. Like, why do I still feel sad? Why do I still feel depressed? You know, you have to change your mindset. And I feel like more people need to start with that. When they want to talk about changing and glowing up and all of this stuff and being that girl and being this girl, you need to change your mindset. You need a big mindset shift. So that's like the first thing that I want to talk about, because mindset goes into a lot of things. Also, I want to add to the mindset part is that when you are going through a change in your life, we can say, let's say you lost your job. That's like, that type of change is like a negative change because, you know, it could have been a really good job, but you lost your job. Or let's say you find out, I don't know, let's say you find out some good news about something. Like you find out, oh, you got approved for an apartment. Both two different changes. One is negative, one is positive. But it's how you interpret that change that kind of helps you out. If you're okay, so let's go back to my lost a job. So let's imagine you lost your job. Like, of course you're gonna be upset, like, oh, why did I lose my job? Like, what happened? You're gonna be upset, you're gonna be mad. But if you sit in that anger and that resentment and that just angry mindset, you're not gonna get very far because you're not looking for the next best thing. You're sitting in that anger and you're letting it consume you for the rest of that day, week, month. You know, everybody works differently. And if your mindset was differently, like if you had like more of a positive mindset, you would be sad, but you will also be like, you know what? It's okay. Maybe this happened for a reason, you know? Let me see what else I can find. Maybe I can find a better job, you know? Maybe this is God telling me that I don't need to be here, you know? If you just flip your mindset and tell yourself, hey, I'm sad right now, like I'm angry, but it's okay. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna find a better job. If you talk to yourself like that, y'all, every change you embark on, every change that comes your way, it's not gonna get under your skin. I'm telling you, because if you have that mindset to turn a negative into a positive, even though it's mad negative, but you change it to a positive, nobody's stopping you, nobody's touching you. And then let's go back to our positive change. Our positive change was we got approved for an apartment that we wanted. Now, this one, obviously you should be happy you're getting approved for an apartment that you've been wanting, whatever. But the mind, if your mind's not okay, your mind can talk you out of it. Your mind can be like, oh, well, I don't know if I can pay that rent. Oh, well, I don't know if that's actually right for me. Oh, I don't know if I actually like it anymore because this, that, and the third. Oh, it doesn't have enough space. Like, you can overthink. Like, the mind is a crazy place if you don't know how to use it right. But I hope you guys are following me. But you can overthink something so much to the point where you, like, psych yourself out of doing something because you're just so uncomfortable with the feeling of picking up and moving somewhere else to a different location, to meeting different people, to doing all of that. And that all comes with mindset. I feel like change isn't scary. Okay, change is scary, but it's not as scary as people think because it's your mindset. If you have a mindset of positive thinking and you try and see the positive in everything, change will not be scary. But if you have a mind that kind of overthinks, that kind of is scary mindset, a negative mindset, you're constantly just like, oh, well, that won't happen for me. Or like, yeah, I would do that, but this, and the third, then I feel like change would be scary for you because you're not allowing the change to like be positive. You're just automatically thinking it's gonna be a negative change. And that's why like mindset is so big. It's so big. And also when it comes to mindset, you gotta like, to change your mindset, you need to really think deep. Like, how are you treating yourself? How are you talking to yourself? Like, do you say good things about yourself? Are you negative? Are you talking negative to yourself? Or are you talking positive stuff? Like, you have to really get deep. The mindset, y'all, I can go all day on the mindset. I'm never gonna cap to you. Like, I love the mindset shifts. I can go on all day on it. I might make a video just on like mindset shifts and stuff like that because everything starts with the mind, and the mind is hard. I'm not gonna cap. The mind is a very hard place to work. It's like it takes a long time for it to work. So, you know, just take it day by day. But the mind, everything has to start from the mind, from up here. If you believe you can do it, if you believe you're gonna do good, that will take you farther than you know. Okay, next topic is I want to talk about abrupt changes. I hope I'm saying that word right. Abrupt changes. Abrupt changes. I hope I'm saying it right, but you know, I want to talk about abrupt changes because I feel like abrupt changes are scary for people, but then I also feel like they're not scary because I like abrupt changes. I'm trying to think about this. I like abrupt changes because I don't like them, but I like them. So I don't like them in the moment, but when I look in hindsight, I like them because you have to think about it. An abrupt change is like something sudden, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if that never really would have happened, you probably never would have did what you did. You probably might have been in the same place that you were in for like another year or two if that abrupt change didn't happen. Like, I don't know. I don't think people think about the abrupt change. Like, I feel like people think about abrupt change and be like, oh, that's the worst thing ever. Like, I hate that this happened to me. I hate that this is happening to me. But when they get past that, when they get over that hump and like, when they get over that abrupt change, and they're looking back, they don't notice, oh, dang, I'm so glad I went through that because that got me here. I was here, but now I'm here because of that change. And because I got over it. You know, I didn't let it, you know, drown me. I got over it. I don't know why I did that. But abrupt changes are really good, and I feel like we should start appreciating abrupt changes because they help us a lot, and seeing the positive in abrupt changes. Like, yes, there are some negative abrupt change, but God will not take you through anything that you cannot get through. Like, whatever you're going through, like I said, whatever you go through in this life is to build you up in some type of way. Some type of way. It's not just for nothing. So I know life sometimes can be very daunting, can be very sad, but you are going through what you're going through. You are going through the season in your life that you're going through for a reason. I promise you it's not for nothing. And I feel like more people need to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, I'm going through this right now, but I can see the light. Y'all have to have hope. Y'all have to see the light to get through the change that you're going, the abrupt change that you're going through. You know, you can't just let it beat you down. You can't let it win. You have to win. You will win. You will win. Don't let it win. Don't let it take you. No. But abrupt changes are really good. Don't be scared of abrupt changes. I love abrupt changes because it's just like, oh, I don't want to do that, but now I have to because I don't have no choice. And when I look back, it's amazing because if I would have just like, if it was up to me, I probably would be in the same place that I was in, you know, if I didn't just say, you know what, no, I'm doing this, or this situation happened to me. So appreciate abrupt changes, you guys. Appreciate it. Don't hate them. Appreciate them because it's making you stronger. It's getting you closer to where you want to go. So appreciate them. My phone was upside down. Do anybody else do that? Like, I don't know. I hold my phone up and it's still the wrong way. Oh, okay. Number 3 is to take risk. Y'all, this is like my favorite tip out of all these, or steps out of all of these, because taking risk, y'all, I feel like a lot of people do not take risk anymore. I don't take risk like I should for myself. I can speak for myself, but I feel like a lot of people do not take risk like they should. Like, a lot of people are like scared. A lot of people just don't want to do it because it's like, oh, why would I do that? Or I don't want to risk my life, or I don't want to do that in third because of this, that, and the third. They have their reasons. Everybody has their reasons. Everybody has their reservations. But you only get one life, and I feel like taking risk, if you really want to change, take some risk, because risk would make you change. Like, I'm going to tell y'all a short story time real quick because, yeah, I'm going to tell you this short story time because it has to go with risk. And if I would have never took this risk, you guys, I would have missed out on like a beautiful life experience. So I had went on a cruise with my parents. It was for my graduation or whatever. And the cruise was taking us to like Jamaica, Bahamas, and Mexico, whatever. So we were in Mexico, and our tour guide was gonna, we did this like 3-pack thing. So it was like, we can do 3 things, you can eat or whatever. It was really nice. Anyway, so our tour guide had took us snorkeling. One of our excursions that we picked was snorkeling. And I didn't know how to swim at the time. Like, I did not know how to swim at all at the time. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'll just let my parents do it and I'll just wait for them. And the tour guide, he was like, oh no, it's okay, you can hold, he had a boogie board, and he said you can hold on to it and I'll like pull it so like you can just, you know, flap your legs and then like push your head in, you can still see the fishies and everything. I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's okay, like, I'm fine. And then my mom was like, are you sure, Karen? And I was like, okay, I'll try it. He was like, just try. And I was like, okay, I'll try. And guys, it was such a beautiful experience. Like, seeing the fishies, seeing the undersea life. It sounds normal. It sounds like, oh, just to snorkel. But like, y'all, it was such an amazing experience. It was so beautiful underwater. Like, it was so beautiful. I actually want to go snorkeling again, actually. But if I would have never did that, took that risk, I would have missed out on a beautiful experience, you guys. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, the water was so beautiful. The fishies was so beautiful. The fishes under the water, the freaking coral and all of that, the rocks was so beautiful. Like, and if I didn't do that, I would have missed out on the experience. And you have to understand, risk is like a change. Taking risk is a big change. It's like I feel like taking a risk is like a sudden change, like an abrupt change, but like more like what is the word I'm looking for? Like, when you go to the mall and you buy something, what do we call that? You buy something, oh, impulsive. Okay, it's more of an impulsive change. And I feel like that's good because you have to get ready real quick. It's like, oh, I'm gonna just do this, and you gotta make the change like that. You gotta make the change like that. And I also like that because you get direct gratification out of it. Like, it was like, yeah, I'm scared, yeah, I feel uncomfortable, but I'm gonna take this change. I'm gonna take this step to change anyways. I'm gonna bet on myself. And I feel like that all has to do with changing. Like, changing yourself, changing for the better. Like, if you don't take a risk, you're not gonna change. I feel like, you know, you can read all the books you want, you can do all the self-development, but you have to have experiences too, you guys. You have to have experiences. And I feel like with taking risks, it's so good for changing, because like, first you get that uncomfortable feeling and you take it. It's like, oh, I feel uncomfortable, I feel scared, but you know what? I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna do it anyways because I said I was gonna do it. Then you like see how strong, how powerful you are from that. Like, I went snorkeling. I faced my fears that day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't let my fears get in the way of doing what I wanted to do. And that just gives you power. That gives you a different little step in your walk when you do that, you know? So I feel like taking risks, you have to remember to take risks sometimes, because that just, it feels good, and it's an impulsive change. It's an impulsive change. But I feel like risks change you. They change you, but they change you for like the good though. Sometimes you can make bad risks, but they still change you for good because now you know. Now you learned your lesson. Now you know. So yeah, take risk. Definitely take risk. And then the last thing that I want to talk about, y'all, I wrote a whole lot. I wrote so much. The last thing that I want to talk about is the uncomfortable feeling that you get when you're undergoing a change, and give you some like little tips on how to combat that feeling, because I feel like that's the biggest reason why, that's the biggest reason why people don't, you know, take risks or try and change themselves, because they're so comfortable where they're at in life. But you guys have to get comfortable with the feeling of being uncomfortable. That's how you grow. That's how you learn things. That's how you live your life. Like, I don't know how to say this, but it's like if you don't get comfortable with the uncomfortable feeling, you won't live, you won't learn things, you won't grow, and you have to be uncomfortable to grow. And I know it's hard, I know it feels weird, I know it feels like I'm just pulling you, like it just feels like your body's like it's like your body's pulling to something that you don't want to go, and your mind's saying nobody stop, but then your mind's just saying I don't want to do this, I don't want to, but your body's like please. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like a tug of war with the uncomfortable feeling, because it's like I want to do it, but then I'm so scared that I don't want to do it, and it's like my mind's talking my body out of, you know, like, I'm sorry, I'm getting into it. But you have to be uncomfortable, you guys, and I just want to give you a few little tips before I go on how to deal with the uncomfortable feeling. So my first tip is to pray. You guys need to pray before you do anything. Sometimes I pray, like when I'm really scared or when I'm like really nervous or something like that, I'm really uncomfortable, I just be like, God, please get me through this. God, please get me through here safe. Like, you have to pray to him and tell him to cover you, tell him to keep you safe, okay? And my God has not failed me, okay? I'm still here, alive and well, thanks to him. Amen. And like, I know everybody doesn't have religion. They don't always, but some people like just don't have a religion or whatever. That's fine. But Praying helps me out. Like, praying helps me to feel good. It helps me to feel like relaxed. It just helps me. Like, it just feels like he's touching me, just calming me down. So pray. I'm telling you, pray before you go somewhere. Pray before you go on a plane. Like, my grandmother, I remember I told her I was scared. She told me that you better pray and get on a plane. Like, pray, get on your plane, pray, and do what you need to do, and God will keep you safe. God will do what he needs to do. Number 2 is breathing exercises, you guys. Okay, so I'm big on breathing because when I'm taking a risk, when I'm feeling uncomfortable, when I'm feeling nervous or scared about something, my palms start to get sweaty, my heart rate gets racing, and I'm getting jittery. I get very jittery. I'm cold, but I'm hot at the same time. And like, I get very jittery when I'm nervous or when I'm doing something for the first time. I get very jittery and I get like very nervous energy. Like, sometimes I start shaking, like, because my nerves are just so bad, it's sometimes like, it can be really annoying sometimes because like, I want to take a leap of faith, I want to take risks, I want to change, like, I want to grow, and I want to do things that, you know, I've never done before, but my nerves are just so bad, and I'm a scary person. Like, you know me, personally, I'm scary. Like, I be scared. I be scared. Like, I don't go to haunted houses on Halloween or nothing because I be so scared. And yeah, my nerves just get really bad. So what I have to do is I have to like breathe. Like, I have to really breathe in and out my nose. I have to really like breathe. Like, I have to just breathe because my nerves just get to doing so much, and I have to like, and it's kind of scary because it's almost like, I don't want to say I be having panic attacks, but it's like it don't be that bad, like so I'm having a panic attack, but it's like if I don't calm down, like, it's only going to get worse, and then I'm going to back out. But it's not a panic attack, but it can feel like it, but it's not a panic attack. Like, I assure you, I'm fine. It's not a panic attack, but I just have to breathe and calm myself down, because if I don't breathe and calm myself down, then I'm gonna be a chicken and not do what I said I was gonna do. So I have to like calm myself down and tell myself that I got this, I'm good. Like, tell myself positive things. And that brings me to my 3rd tip. Sometimes you gotta turn your mind off. I know it's hard, but you have to turn that mind off, baby. Turn them negative thoughts off. When I'm breathing and I'm trying to clear my mind and I'm nervous about something, I just have to say, I got this, Karis, I got this, don't worry, I got this, I got this. I literally be saying that to myself, and it makes me feel better, bro. Like, I have to just tell myself, I got this, I'm good, nothing's gonna happen, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, and I'm good. And most of the time, I'm good, y'all, I'm good. Like, when you do that, when you whisper to yourself little things to put in your head, you're good, like, you're good. But breathing, like, praying, breathing, and like telling myself things, that really helps me. And I don't feel uncomfortable no more, and I don't feel nervous anymore. But you have to like, you just have to deal with it, because change is scary. I mean, either way, if it's an abrupt change, impulsive change, a gradual change, it's all scary, it's all uncomfortable. They all feel the same, like, you don't want to do it. But I promise you, like, if you allow change, if you allow yourself to change, you won't regret your decision. Like, if you allow yourself to change for the better, you won't regret it. Like, you won't regret it. It probably will be hard, but you won't regret your decision. And that's what I'm learning in life, that like, no matter how much you pour into yourself, like, you will never regret pouring into yourself and trying to be a better you, trying to be healthier, trying to be happier. Like, pouring into yourself, you would never regret, because you're pouring into yourself to better yourself. So just keep that in mind. But yes, guys, open change. Like, open yourself to more changes. I know I am. It's scary. It's hard. But I'm doing it, and I'm proud of myself for doing it, because I surprise myself every day. Like, oh, I did that. I surprise myself. I'm like, oh, I'm becoming like a better woman. Like, I'm becoming a better woman. And yeah, guys, like, change is awesome. It's scary, but it's awesome. And I just would really like to see more people open the doors to changing their life, open the doors to change their mindset, their life, taking risks, taking more risks, and living your life, bro. Living your life, bro. And what was the other thing that I said? I'm sorry, guys. I was talking so much this video. Oh, and get used to the uncomfortable feeling. Get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable, please. If you get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable, you would not be like, you would be good in this life. Because I get scared of uncomfortableness, but I have to stop. I have to get comfortable with it because it's only to help me. It's only to help me. But it's such an uncomfortable way. It's such an uncomfortable feeling. And I'm talking about uncomfortable. But yes, guys, that's the end of this video. You guys, I hope you guys liked it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, change is okay. It may be scary, but it's okay, you guys. Don't worry. Like, change is okay. Like, you would never regret your decision to change for the better of yourself. To better yourself, okay? And on that note, I'm out. Peace.